This next one, AI optimized advertising becoming more prevalent on Amazon. I think this one is a little bit of a controversial topic. Some people say AI driven advertising is horrible, that you
It
should do
has
it
been
manually,
historically.
and other people swear by it. So, what do you think, Dana? Have you played with both of them at all, or with AI advertising, I should say?
So I haven't personally done it, but one of my partners, August, who does our PPC cleanups, and we don't actually run PPC for people. We just go in and fix stuff and then turn it back over with a little bit of training. But he said he's used most of them. There's a lot, obviously, and
Mhm.
he still prefers to do it manually. He's okay with PPC, with AI reporting and suggestions, but he is universally said that all. And I'm sorry for those of you that are my friends in the space, and I'm sure they're not the story isn't the same for everyone. But my partner said universally all AI PPC management systems do not do a good job
Mhm.
because, well, I don't know why, but for anything that he does, and he manages just a few accounts, himself and a couple of our buddies, he does it manually, and we use Ad Labs for our tracking, and because there's some really good bulk operations in there, but yeah, let's see. And they
Hmm.
actually just released something the other day.
Ad
Um,
Labs, you said
mhm.
that one there.
Yeah, yeah. And not that I'm trying to plug this, but I think if you use the code Danon, you get like an extended trial or something like that.
Okay,
I think. Let me.
very good.
I met these guys. Yeah, I met these guys at Accelerate, and I got on the phone when I was sitting down with them. Got on the phone with August. I was like, "Hey, dude, what's your questions?" And I just asked him, answered, and we sat down for probably half an hour while August asked him a bunch of questions. Like, yeah, cool, I'll try it. And so he's converted all of his management over to them, which for me, he's been running ads since ads dropped, since ads was released on 3P. So
Mhm.
he really, really knows his stuff. And he's he's a profit kind of guy. He's not a launch or anything like that. He optimizes for profit. And
Yep.
so this is what he said is the best.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm torn on the AI advertising. I think it could definitely be beneficial for some things, but you're going to want to be manually verifying for sure. The
Yeah.
AI giving you recommendations and telling you what it thinks it should do would be good, but having someone who knows PPC and knows the product is even more important, I think, and knowing the industry and the category really well is going to be
Yeah.
better than AI, at least right now.
Yeah. And then also you have outside influencing scenarios, right?
Mhm.
Let's take COVID. All right, cool. Now everybody makes face masks. But if you were trying to stay in an ACOS of 20%, uh, and on that product in 2020, well, guess what? You'd get zero sales and you'd stay at that ACOS.
Mhm. Yep.
So there's just I'd be surprised if there was ever a day where you could just fully trust AI without human verification,
Yeah.
because AI is trained on the opinions of whoever wrote whatever the hell they wrote on the internet. Doesn't make
Yep.
it right.
Yeah. And as we all know, like you said, AI gets it wrong all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time.
The
Yeah.
one that I always like to bring up as I have is, I asked it to give me the highest peak in all 50 states. And I think the first time
Yeah.
it gave me like 48 states. And then I said, you're missing two. And it gave me 54 states. It's like, okay, definitely
Awesome.
not going to
Yeah.
trust you going forward after that one.
Yeah. And another thing is like Dolly, for instance. That's the one that you use to create images. If you this is another a visual example of how the AI is trained. and what it's capable of doing. If you tell it to create an image of a watch at
Mhm.
12 o'clock, you'll get 10:10.
1010 in Dolly.
Mhm, mhm.
All right. I wonder how
And
Grok does on that.
let's see, share your screen on that. Let's
Create
see.
an image of a watch, you said,
Yeah,
at 12 o'clock.
yeah, just 12 o'clock, 12:15, whatever, it doesn't matter.
All right. Let me bring it over and we'll do it live here. Let's
All
see
right,
what
let's
kind of
do it.
image it gets. Create an image of a clock at 12
Wristwatch.
watch
Let's go with a wristwatch.
wristwatch at
Yeah,
12 o'clock. Well, Grok
let's see.
is supposed to be super advanced right now, right? So
Okay.
we'll see what it makes. It's got the newest data set out there from all of them. So we'll see what it does.
Yep. So we've
So
got an 8
we've got
o'clock,
a clock.
a 1
Yeah,
o'clock. Oh no, a
8 o'clock,
12:20,
12:20,
12:05, and a 10 o'clock.
1:55, and 1:50. Yeah.
I'll
none
tell
of
you
them
that.
none of them were able to get it. Wow.
Yeah. So that I tell you, that is a lot better than what Dolly can do. Actually, let me just
Is that
I'll use the same prompt. It was what was your prompt?
that's
Create an image
of a
of a
wristwatch
wristwatch.
at 12 o'clock? But still, something so simple and it can't do that, but yet you're going to trust it with thousands or tens of thousands of dollars a month to run your ads for you.
Yeah. So this again just points to the fact that an AI is only as good as its its training, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I used the exact same prompt and I essentially got two wristwatch. Here, let me share my screen now.
Yeah, I like on the one image here, it put two watches on one
Yeah,
person's
on the
arm,
one
and both
wrist.
of them are at different times. One of them has four clock counters on there, four hands.
Yeah. Are you seeing my screen now?
No, I do not see your screen.
All right. Oh, I see. I need to. There we go. You should see it now.
Yep, I got it.
Cool.
Add to stage. It's not letting me do that. Let's remove mine. Add yours. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah,
And the
it made a very
reason why,
slick looking watch, but neither of them are at 12 o'clock. So,
right. And here's the reason why. If you go to virtually any advertisement for a wristwatch, 10:10 is the most attractive looking time on a wristwatch.
okay.
And so
10,
all of
10.
the yep. So all of the images available, not all of them, but a significant number of the images available on which Dolly is trained, those say 10:10.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's just what I'm talking about. You got to be careful with AI. It's great for so many things, but it can get things wrong. I use it to write code a lot, app scripts
Mhm.
to manipulate data and spreadsheets,
Mhm.
and it does really well. But sometimes I'll copy and paste the code in and it'll get an error, or I'll say, something is wrong. And then it'll be like, oh, my mistake. I put this in there wrong. And then it will correct it. It's like,
Uh-huh.
okay. Yeah. So
Are
you're
you
going to run my
using
ads and then you're going to accidentally put in the wrong bid and then
Yeah,
be like, oh,
exactly.
sorry about that. I entered
Oh,
the wrong bid.
I thought that your budget was $100,000 a day.
Hmm. Yeah. So just be careful with the AI stuff for sure. And the last prediction, I think this is the last one. No, they've got a couple, but we'll go through these real quick and then hit the last story. Amazon warehousing and distribution network expanding as an alternate to FBA. That's for sure. Increasing competition and the growing need for product research.
That's always been there.
Yeah. Augmented and virtual reality becoming a bigger deal in e-commerce.
Okay.
That I don't know. That's been like a, I don't know, like 2 decades in the making, at least
Yeah.
3 decades, maybe the augmented reality, virtual reality, and it's just failed every time. So
So
I don't know if I buy that one.
Amazon does support AR, so you can upload AR images so that people can see them in their homes. And I think that part of the reason that it's failed is virtual reality. I think that's baloney. Like, not every household has Google goggles or an Oculus or whatever Apple's is,
Mhm.
but the phones, our phones have gotten better and better, and now all of our phones have these infrared lasers, and they can actually look at the size of a room and then put the correct aspect ratio of a product in there. And so
Yeah.
rumor has it that if you have a product that sits on a tabletop or as a chair or whatever, and you add images that support AR, that you get a boost in sales.
I could see that. The virtual showroom is kind of cool. Well, I don't know if that's a
Mhm.
virtual showroom, but what you're talking about, where it literally takes the product and puts it in your room so you can visually
Yes,
see it, that
and
is
that's
kind of cool.
AR.
So I could
Yeah.
definitely see that augmented reality stuff. I've been hoping for cars to put augmented reality windshield glass
Yeah.
on there so that the map lines, when Google Maps says turn left up here, there's like a literal arrow
Yeah.
pointing
Yeah.
to the road on your windshield. That would be really
I mean,
cool.
they've got that today, and basically what it is there's a screen in your dash and a square on your windshield
Yeah.
that reflects. And
Yes.
they've gotten better because the screens have gotten brighter, and it is a pretty good overlay. And I know that Chevy many, many years ago played around with using infrared, not infrared, is it heat? Whatever it is that sees heat. Maybe it is infrared.
Infrared. Yep.
Yeah. And overlaying that on an even larger reflective place of your windshield so that at night you could see bodies or dogs walking around. They
Yeah.
never moved forward with it, but they were testing it.
Those kind of things are really cool. And that I could see having a major impact. But yeah,
Mhm.
virtual reality, I think that's going to be a niche thing for a long,
Yeah,
long
majorly.
time, if it
Yeah.
ever is not. So
Yeah. One day
we'll
someone will
see.
come out with some glasses you can put on in front of your mirror, or just a mirror that you can buy, and you can tap on your phone. I want to see what it'll look like in this dress, because I wear dresses all the time.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is what I look like in this dress. I don't
Yep.
want it, or I do want it. How does this blouse look on me? How does this hat look on me? You know, but yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
if they can
that's
ever get virtual reality to a point where it's just like putting on sunglasses and it's that simple, then I could see it becoming a bigger deal. But, augmented reality has a lot more possibilities than virtual
agreed.
reality outside of gaming.
Yeah, agreed. And they'll use that to move into the VR.
Yep. Yep. For sure.
Eventually we'll get there.